But this liquid nail, I'm not too concerned about this drying just yet. I've got to kind of work sort of briskly. You know, I don't want to take my time too much. But it's not like gonna bond instantly. I've got maybe 10 minutes working time on here. See, I'm just going to keep packing it. When I think it's full, go over it again. Go over it again. Push it in. I'm pushing it in. I'm pushing it in. And I'm pushing it in. Okay? I can raise the screwdriver up a little bit and go some more. See, you don't have to have a contractor do this. I know you can do this. Have I showed you anything so far that you don't think you can do? I don't think so. I think you could do this in the comfort of your own home. If you don't like doing this, that's fine. You can hire a contractor. He'll charge you, oh, I don't know, $50 an hour, $35 to $50 an hour maybe. Even if it's less than that. I mean, sometimes you can get lucky. Maybe you get somebody who's off work and he'll do this for hardly anything. You know, but he's still going to want 15, 20 bucks an hour or more. And wouldn't you rather save that and do it yourself? Because, you know, you're probably going to have some other doors that are going to need this same repair sooner or later. If you know how to do one door, that means you know how to do the next door. But you're going to pay a contractor to fix your first door and your second door and your third door. You know where I'm going with that, don't you? It starts all adding up, huh? You know, that's why I want you to learn how to do this. And incidentally, most things on my channel, I think you can do. I say I won't show anything that I don't think you can't do. You know, if you can't do it, I'm not going to show it. And I stand by that. Because if I don't think you can do it, what's the sense in me showing it anyways? What's the point? I want you to learn, and I want you to be able to do it yourself. You know? See this see what I mean about this mastic? It kind of, you just have to keep wiping it off and stuff, and it kind of wants to get all over. A little trick for you too. If you happen to get it anywhere, you gotta wipe some of it. Wipe your finger first. Get your finger wet, and it doesn't stick onto your finger. You know, that's what I do. I got that pretty good. Now, in those little areas, you know how it was flaking apart? I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, sort of wiggle it in there. I can get it in some of those little grooves. The rest of it is going to bond together, and I think it's going to help. And once it dries, I may have to touch up the corner a little bit more. When I put the masking tape on, I put it all on other than the exposed area of that hardboard. You know? Okay, I think that's it for the mastic. Liquid nail, heavy duty. That's heavy duty, all right. Well, see, you could almost leave it like this if you didn't have the clamps, but you got to get some of those clamps anyways. You're going to start doing some of the stuff yourself. You need to start adding to your tools. If you're trying to justify, well, you know, that's why I hire somebody to do all that. You know, the amount of money that you're saving, you can go and invest in yourself. You can buy a few tools. Your tools aren't going to cost as much as you were going to have to pay to get this fixed. Okay? Then you'll have your tools for next time. Alright? And these clamps don't cost very much. The clamp I showed you, this clamp right here, guess how much? 99 cents. You go look at the hardware store. You might find that your hardware store it might be $2. Okay? You think you can afford that? I think you can. All right. What are we going to do next? It's going to try to clean up these edges, but once you get that liquid nail on there, it wants to start skinning up really quick like. So you don't have long to kind of mess with it before it starts skinning. Once you get a little skin on it, you just leave it alone. Okay? So I'm going to decide now whether or not I'm going to put another little piece of masking tape on there or not. You know, before I put the clamps. What would you do? Is there a right and wrong way to do this? You know? Do you have to put masking tape on here? I'm deciding to put some masking tape on here. And I don't have to put it exact this time. I want it close, but it just has to be where I'm going to have this clamped. Okay? I think this might help protect my clamps to a certain extent from pushing the masking tape backside in any further and affecting the mastic and getting the mastic all over my ends, remember? That's all I'm doing for right now, okay? I'll put a little bit of more masking tape on there and we'll be ready to clamp it. I think we're ready to clamp away. Now remember we had 3 here, so I'm going to put this first one up high, I guess, and then work my way down. Wow, these ends are sliding, so I'm just gonna take these off because they want to slide. I'm having a hard time. Wow, it's more slippery with these off. Guess I'm gonna put these back on. Wow. Let's try a different one. I don't want to get this mastic all over. There it is. Okay. Right there. I've got mastic spooging out, and that's okay. On the back side, and I don't even think I'm going to wipe that off. Not even too concerned about that. You know? Just want to get this on here tight. And once the mastic dries, I can cut that off. It'll dry really hard. You know? See how that mastic is spooging? Oh, man. I use both hands here. Just don't want to get it all over my clamps if I can help it. That's what I'm trying to prevent here. This door is 1 1/8 inches thick. Let's see what it is. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 3/8 inches. This door. And you've got doors that are 1 3/4 inches. So these clamps are probably good for 1.5 inches. See all that extra glue that's come out of there? I could maybe clean some of that off so it doesn't get all over, but you know, I think I'm going to just leave it alone. It's okay. This top clamp, this was the area right here I put that extra on. That was that hardboard, the outside corner there, and I think I'm going to roll that up and maybe position that one a little different there. I wish right on that corner, more so from there down. Yeah, that's better. I like that. I could position this other clamp up a little bit, but you know, I think the middle clamp is all right where it is, but you know, I could split the difference, go up just a hair like that. Okay, that's good. All right, heavy duty liquid nail, do your stuff. I'm going to let it set just like this overnight. The thing about liquid nail, you've got to let it set up properly. You take those clamps off too quick, it's not going to harden up all the way. If I take those clamps off like in an hour from now, you might think, oh, the clamps are fine, everything's tight. Then you walk away from it and then it gradually expands out a little bit because the liquid nail is not dry inside. You've got to have that dry before you take those clamps off of there. Oh yeah. Now what happens if you get liquid nail all over the place and you can't wipe it up? Well, you can clean it with paint thinner or an adhesive remover. Now, that's why I've got this masking tape all over the place, because I want it to protect the sides. Now, I was pretty clean about it. I got a little bit right here. When it dries, you just let it dry, and then you can flake it off with your fingernail. You know, and it'll come off. Okay? But once it gets on your material surface, you just don't rub it in. You rub it in, and you're never going to get it off. You know, maybe if you use paint thinner and then try to get it out, but you're not going to get it all out of the pores. You know, so protect your area. Watch what you're doing, and you'll be fine. Man, I wish I could show you the rest today. I'm going to have to let it dry like this. And could I come back here 3 or 4 hours from now? I probably could, but at that point it's like, why not just wait overnight? I'll come back the next day. So do you need to let it dry for 24 hours? You probably don't have to let it dry for 24 hours. I'd at least wait overnight. And when I come back, it'll be at least 12 hours total, maybe more. And that'll be fine, you know? So if you're not in a big, huge panic or anything, wait the 24 hours. Be safer than sorry. Well, did the liquid nails, the heavy duty blue label liquid nails, did it do its trick? Well, the jury's not in yet. We've got to let this dry. I'll ask you that question at the end of the video. I'll let you answer that.